can inform the referrals wholeheartedly. Okay, and then what are the key points that should be highlighted, or what important points that I should include? Okay, so this is for a video, I think. Okay, so, yeah, I want to start a clip, right? So this was Amelia also. Okay, so I'm going to talk about that. And then after that, the next thing that we have over here is also by Amelia, which is how to create sense of urgency for the referrer to meet. And then the last one on referrer is how to sit to new referrer and existing client who merely know me as an insurance agent, by Lisa. Oh, I think you added some more, right, Amelia?
Yes, Ryan.
Okay, my referee contacted her friends to meet me for the GM review, however, got rejected the reason that they had a financial consultation. Okay. And then the referee said that this is different for the one you had, but still don't want to meet. Okay. Okay. So basically very similar nature lah, based on what we are talking about here. Okay, so I start with point number one first. How do we prep the client to speak with a referral, right? So this is something that's actually very, very important. Okay, because if you remember, based on the 4 steps of referral getting, okay, we need to start to seek the person, then we need to condition, then we need to ask, then we need to prep. So the preparation is something that we cannot take it for granted. Okay, because if you take the prepping for granted, right, chances are you waste the number of referrals. The person can give you 20, but none of them actually end up meeting you. Yeah, so how do I do the prepping, right? The first thing here is I need to tell them, I need to preempt them what is going to happen when they talk to their friends. Yeah, so chances are, right, I'll tell them, today, so usually this is my script. Of course, you can come up with your own script. My script that I always say is, Amelia, you have actually provided me with 5 names. Can I check with you why you want to introduce the 5 of them to me? Yeah, so this is a very important question. So they will usually say, oh, I want to introduce you because I think they are at the stage where they need financial planning. They will start talking about maybe telling me a bit of story about these people, which is fantastic. I will take down the notes, right? All those information are important. After I take down all the notes already, right? Then after that, I'll ask them. So now I can see that the reason, right, Amelia, that you are putting their names here, the 5 of them, is because you hope that they get to benefit from this session that we just been through. However, right, we have a very big problem here. When I call them, what do you think will be going through their mind? What do you think will be going through their mind? Okay, so whenever I ask this question, right, it's most of the people will tell me that, they will think you're going to sell them something. They know it one. Your customer know it. They will say, they'll think it's another salesperson calling, whatever they say. Then this is the time when I tell them exactly, you realize there's a mismatch. Mismatch in the sense that you want to refer them out of your goodwill, trying to help them, but they don't understand that they can actually benefit from this session. Or sometimes they may even be angry with you. So end up, it doesn't make sense because we are doing this out of goodwill. The last thing I want is for them to misunderstand your intentions. That's why, right, Amelia, I really, really need your help for their sake to actually talk to them about why they need to meet me. Yeah. Okay, so this one is, we're talking about this part, right? So how to prep and get a person to inform the referral wholeheartedly. But of course, whatever I just say, right, you can only do so much. You can only do so much, right? It also depends on the character of the referrer. Some referrer, if they have a really very big benefit from the session, then they'll go all out. Some of them don't have, they may just do 20% of the effort, right? So you need to gauge. Some of the other things that I do is that I will ask them, after they say, okay, I will talk to them, I'll ask them, so Amelia, how are you going to talk to them? I want to hear what he says. Right? Because what he says will tell me whether how much conviction he or she has. If he just say, or just tell them to, if they're interested, then they meet you, lor. If they're really not, then it's okay. Well, then that's like an alarm bell to me, right? Okay, then I need to reactivate. I need to reinforce again. Okay, so the thing here is to meet the person. You need to feel that this person are really serious about informing their friends, right? Then I will actually let them go. Okay, if they say something like that, right? Like I don't think I let them decide whatever, right? Then I will tell them. So actually, Amelia, do you agree with me that the only way that your friends will get to understand and benefit from this session is only if they go through this session? It's impossible for them to decide without nobody can decide for something that they do not know, right? So do you agree with me that your friends should at least take one meeting with me before they decide whether this is going to be useful? Yeah. I made them agree. So once they agree that already, then I say, that's why when you talk to your friends, right, all you need to tell them is to trust you and take one meeting with me first. And there's no obligation after the meeting. Okay? So I give the person the script already, right? If I hear the person trying to say too many things, say, oh, I'm going to say that you're very good, you use this software, you plan, you after that you do insurance and everything. Wow, then I need to stop him already. Yeah. Because whatever he say may end up giving wrong reasons. So again, I would say, thank you so much, Camilla, for willing to say so much for me. But do you agree with me that the only way that they can understand what this meeting is about is to actually attend this meeting with me? I join back again to this. And then I tell them, all you need to do is to tell a friend to trust you and have one meeting with me. Actually, Amelia, I think I'm the best person to talk to them. Yeah. So the minimal thing that I need you is to ask them to expect a 2-3 minutes call from me. And let me do the talking. So this actually bring my point to this one, which is talking about, right? Because rejected. Because what your referrer is trying to do is to ask the friend to meet you for preview, which is not wrong. This is correct. But if you have make it a little bit easier, it could be easier if he asks the friend to take a call from me. Make sense? So what I will then already happened already, right? I will go back to this referrer and say, Amelia, if she say, oh, I try to convince Lisa to meet you lah, but Lisa say that the company already have and whatever, so it's still not interested lah. I already say different already everything, but the person still don't want, right? So then I will tell Amelia, why not this way? I just need one more favor from you lah. Anyway, we need to understand, um, we are doing this for her and not for you or for me. So can you ask her to take a phone call from me first before uh before I before everything before saying no. At least a phone call I'll keep it between 2 to 3 minutes. That's all I need to talk to her about. Okay? Yeah, so that will help. Okay, another way of prepping your referrer to be able to tell to their friends, right, is also asking them how did they benefit from the session itself. Because this is the value part, right? Remember VIPF? We've already done the V. So if the person has a very strong value from the session, right, that he told you previously, right, I want them to tell this value to their friends. But if their value is very meh only, meaning very normal lah, it's just like, oh, the session is very good, help me see my goals. I mean, it's also good lah. Okay, it must depend on what the person say. So for example, I got client they tell me right, like, wow, like I thought I can never retire, but after going through this, I realized actually retirement is actually possible. Thank you so much for showing me this. I'm talking about ghost mapper lah. But of course, this can be ghost mapping, it can be anything that you do, right? I tell them, wow, this is fantastic. I'm glad that this happened. Remember, when every time a person tell you a value, what must you do? You must anchor. Anchor meaning I will say, my other client also tell me blah 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 blah. So that I make the person feel that it is wow, really true, right? So when I go to the prepping part, right, this prepping part, right, then I will tell the referrer, this thing that you just mentioned to me just now, right, is something that you need to tell your friends. That before you came to a meeting, you thought that it's just a sales meeting. But after the meeting, you realize that it really helped you to look at retirement in a very different light. And it has really made you realize that you can retire. So this kind of script will be very useful for the person to actually talk to their friends. Okay. Okay. So okay, this one I will cover later. I talk about Lisa question, how to do seeding to new referral and existing client who knew me as merely an insurance agent. Maybe I can clarify a bit more. When you mean seeding, you're trying to say you want them to know that you are starting to do referral, whereas last time you are not, or you're just trying to say whether how you want to meet people change their perspective of you. Which one is it?
For the referral, asking referral from the existing client that I never did before. Okay. Then only knew me as an insurance agent. So if I meet them again, because I'm going to deliver a repricing info to the client. So how do I start the seeding to the existing client? Then to the new one, how to do seeding, both of them to get referrals lah. Like that, Ryan.
Thank I think the seeding will be a little bit hard to be done for existing client because seeding will be more effective if you do at a new one by telling them that Lisa, I only work purely on referral. That's why you're introduced to me. It must start with someone with which is the DNA of referred lah, because he or she is being referred. It's a bit hard to go to existing client and say I only work on referral. Maybe it could be a reason that this person is a cold call or get to you with other means lah, right? So I think seeding is not so effective. I only use it for new people that I meet.
Mm-hmm.
However, the challenge for you is how to get people to still refer you even though you never see, which is actually still possible. So I think one of the things that you can do is to show them the different, how different are you from the past in the way you do your work. So for those XC who previously did not use Ghost Mapper and then started using Ghost Mapper, that is like a transition. So they will actually tell their client, I am actually upgraded the way I do my business. I learned this software and I'm now using this software to help my clients to plan. I will hope to be able to use it for you because you've been my client for so long. If you can do some of the basic data entry beforehand, before meeting them, that would be helpful. But of course, it's the same thing of doing 10 minutes review, introduction, bring them to go through the GM, and then make sure that they see value in GM. Then you really bring up the VIPS, which is the value part of what you have done for them. And why is it important for them to refer you? They, um, because you have a challenge meeting new people, because people will just assume that you're nothing but a salesperson. But if you go through this software, do you agree with me that this is truly what financial planning is about? Yeah. So I'll go down that direction. Then after that, I will say, you know, you need to, if you have a chance to actually help your other friends to go through proper financial planning, will you be willing to do it? Then I
Okay.
will suggest the people I want. So I go through the PIPF. That's more important. I think more importantly is for them to see that you are doing something different compared to last time. Okay, so
Okay, thank you.
very good question. Thank you. Then okay, so this one is how to create a sense of urgency for referrer to meet me, right? When they say they are busy. Um, so normally the 10 minutes review is the reason why I say 10 minutes. no matter how busy you are, you cannot spend 10 minutes with me. Yeah, so I will tell them that actually, Amelia, I know you are busy. That's the reason why we schedule by appointment. Anyway, the first meeting will only take 10 to 15 minutes. It's more of to let you understand what I do. And then after that, we can decide again when is the next time. If you are busy, we can always set 1 month later. I have clients who meet me, then after that, they meet me again like 1 month later and so on when they are more free. Yeah, so that's perfectly okay. Yeah. I think the increase the sense of urgency is definitely difficult because there are people this is always the least priority to them, right? Until something happens, then they will start to worry about it and so on. So I think the video can just be one video, which I point back to this part about you asking what are the key points, right? So if you look at the video that I did for my guys, the focus is to show them how they can benefit from the meeting. So that will be the key points that you want to deliver. What will happen after meeting you for the session? That's what I want to bring up to the person. Yeah, so that is, if you're trying to do a video clip, right, that should be something that you look at and try not to make it too long, call it 3 to 5 minutes. Yeah, sometimes it may not necessarily be a video, it can also be a testimonial. It can also be a testimonial from an existing client that you can showcase. But I always feel even the video, the impact is only that 10%. 90% is still what your client tell their friend. Yeah. So that's why it brings back, right? The most important thing is still the prepping. You prep it well, the client, the referrer will want to meet you soon. Yeah, and then of course, then the video is an add-on just to show that you are very professional and what are the benefits to give them a very quick understanding of the benefits to a short video instead of the 10 minutes review. Then during the 10 minutes review, that's when you try to add value to them in terms of how they can benefit from talking to you. Yeah, so that is more important. Yeah. So I handled this for. Yes, Lisa.
Ryan, I'm a bit confused between the Emilia asked, right, in the short video, what is the benefit of the 10-minute preview, and when then go through, do we repeat the same thing again, because the different only slightly, right? Okay, can you repeat that part again? You said in the video, in the short video, we said what is the benefit of going through, is it correct?
Yeah.
What is the benefit? But during the 10 minute is about the same, what?
Yes, it's the same.
So the same point that we delivered.
Yes, it will likely be the same but expanded. So the 3 minutes video is just to give them a glimpse of what they can benefit from meeting me. So for the one that I always talk about is about the goals, about the um, scenarios, and then I talk about the last thing is save and earn more. Right? That's only one of the video. Last time I got other videos that I did before. One is why people need to start saving and so on. So let me see whether I can find that video.
I think it's actually a good suggestion because, like, for our team, right, in our 10 minutes, we have testimony video and also the goals mapping video, right? Which, if such a situation, what I usually do is we pre-send the goals mapping video before the 10 minutes appointment. So if like what they mentioned, the introduction video, it can be either this type of video or a testimony video of ourselves, so that the client can send to their referrals, their friends, before we giving them a call, right? So then it doesn't really repeat, but it's more of like you take out segments to be sent to them rather than repeating it in the 10 minutes appointment, I feel.
Yes. So you can try to come up with different videos. to show them what is it about. So, for example, this is one of the video. Let me sound.
Ever imagine what life would be like if you can afford all the things that you've dreamed of? Perhaps you want to own a home, a car, or going on a long vacation. How about being able to pay for your dream wedding, being financially stable to support a family, and having a comfortable retirement where you're free to pursue your passions? We all aspire towards a better life, but often feel powerless to secure the wealth needed to finance what we want. But what if there is a way to plan and maximize our means so that we can acquire the things we want while having the financial capabilities to deal with emergencies? Now there is Goals Mapping, the right approach to financial planning, where your life's financial goals are identified and mapped clearly, allowing for an effective and systematic plan to achieve those goals. Goals Mapping is made possible with an experienced financial consultant who can give you good advice based on your financial capabilities and accurately work out the best approach to maximize the effectiveness of your savings. So why wait? Meet up with our financial consultant and get started on your goals mapping process today. After you go through the goals mapping process, you'll immediately walk away with 3 benefits. 1. You'll become clearer about your life's financial goals and be more certain on what you really want in your life. 2. You'll feel very confident about managing your finances effectively, targeting at your financial goals. 3. You'll find out the various options available to help you to protect, accumulate, and preserve your wealth while you focus on achieving the things you want in life. Most importantly, you'll establish a lifelong relationship with a trusted financial consultant who places your life's goals at top priority and assists you to achieve these financial goals together over the years. All the best to your goals mapping journey.
Okay, you all can feel free to use this actually. Actually, you all don't have to spend money. I mean, of course you can always do, but this one actually, I changed my video to the other one for my team. But this one you all can still use for, I think for Selena, for your, if your last now the junior are using the, very familiar? Yeah, so so this one was done during those days when I doing the Excel and all these things. Yeah, so if you all think that this video is good, you all can consider using it. I put it in the chat really. Of course, if you all want to invest a little bit more, I think it's also good. And I think what Audrey just now mentioned is also very good testimonial. Yeah. But back to this, right? It's no hard and fast rule. Up to you. It can be the same thing. It can be a different thing. It can be testimonial. The idea here is really just to get them to want to talk to you a bit more. Yeah, but again, like I mentioned, the effect 10% only. It's not silver bullet. It's not you send already people like wow. It will help to differentiate between meeting you and someone else. It happened for me before. Yeah, but it will not help if the person is paid financial planning. Okay. Yeah. So the person who really can convince, right, is still your client. And why is it important? Your client must first be convicted towards what you are doing is good. Then everything will fall in place.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's how it works.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay. Okay, let's take a short break. 5 minutes. I think more than enough. Then we come back at 135. Okay.
Recording stopped.
Lisa. Yeah. Lisa, you are there? Not back yet. Okay, never mind. I continue first. Then when she's back, then I will take the picture. Oh, the next question is by her though. Lisa, are you there? Lisa. Okay, am I will still continue. I hope she can catch up later. Okay, so I think the good thing about coaching, and I encourage all of you to really put in questions, is because when you put in questions, you also help everyone to learn from the questions that you put in. So, and it will help us to have a more productive session. Okay, so Lisa asked this question about the questioning skills, which is one of the topics in the producer formula, right? So I just do a very quick recap on what the questioning is about. Is that okay? Okay, let's take a picture. Lisa, come. Let's take one picture together. 1, 2, 3. Actually, wait, one more time. Oh, cannot. You know why? Okay, never mind.
I can help you, Ryan, if you want to take the screenshot.
It's okay. It's okay. Because I want. Okay, never mind. It's okay. It's okay. Done already. Okay, so I go back to the questioning. When we use the questioning, right, the idea here is to remove all the objections that we want from the 10 minutes, from the 40 minutes, from the F&A, right? So we zoom in one by one. Okay, I think we have time to do that. Okay, so I want all of you to just type inside our chat group. What is, when you're doing 10 minutes preview, right? What are the kind of, okay, so 10 minutes preview, what is the objective? The objective is to lead to the GM or lead to the FF or lead to whatever things you want to do, right? It could be even leading to me doing investment with you if you skip the fact find, for example. Okay, so what are the objections that your customer that you meet, imagine is being referred to you? I don't talk about cold call yet. It's being referred to you. What is it that you are scared, the biggest objection? Can you all type in? And because of the objection, they don't want to transit to the 40 minutes. Okay, good. I already did planning for myself. They do their own financial planning. Okay, good. Secure appointment, but after that, text say not ready. Okay, but then the one is we don't know what's the problem, right? So maybe Audrey need to, is that Audrey? Yeah, you need to think. Why do you think they didn't want to continue? Not how to ask question. Not ready lah. Okay. Maybe it's not ready. Yeah. Okay, good. So I don't think I need planning. Okay, so it's not ready also. They are not in good financial. Oh, okay, good one. I think financial planning is confidential and I do mine share with others. It almost reached my retirement age. I think I don't need to go through GM. It's too late for me to plan. Okay. I just graduated and start work, no significant. Okay, good. Okay. So basically, if I can sum up one sentence for whatever you are saying here is, I don't want to do planning. Correct. Be it whether I'm very far from retirement or I'm very near retirement or I just graduated or it's very confidential or not don't have a good finances, they're not ready. Yeah, they're all the same. I don't want to do financial planning. So, okay, not ready to face reality. Don't want to do financial planning. No? So that's the whole thing, right? Okay. So if now I ask all of you, okay, based on whatever you already type here, if someone tell you now upfront in your face, okay, because now you see Audrey has a problem, right? Because the person never dare to say in your face, right? So until finish, then text you, right? So in your face, the client give you a objection. I don't want to do financial planning now. What will your handler be? Can you all type now? I don't want to do financial planning now. How will you handle them? A very good handler that will handle them so that they will, oh yeah, I need to do it. I don't want to do financial planning now. Yeah. Next time lah. I'm not ready to do financial planning now. How do you convince me that I need to do financial planning now? Luana, too fast. No question. Statement first. Emilia also statement. How will you tell me if you want to tell me that I need to do financial planning now? Okay, good. Selena have one. It will be very late for you if you don't plan now. Okay, very good. Simple, short and sweet. Okay, so the rest got any other better one?
Come again, the questions, Ryan. Sorry.
Okay, so imagine I'm a customer that meet you for 10 minutes review, and then at the end of the meeting, after the 10 minutes review, I tell you, Lisa, I don't think I want to do financial planning yet lah. I want to wait first. Either because I'm not ready, I got no money, I got anything lah. As long as I just tell you I don't want to do financial planning yet. How will you say to make sure to make them know that they need to do financial planning now? So Joanna say you can see your financial future. Is it a problem important enough? Let's ask ourselves. So far, I mean, there's no right or wrong, but I like what Selena say. It will be very late for you if you don't plan now, right? Correct. So that's a problem statement, I feel. Because the problem statement is something I will tell a person. If you don't plan now, when something happens to you, it's already too late. Right. Be it insurance, be it investment, be it savings, be it retirement. Okay, the problem happen to most people is to plan too late, right? Time is one of the most crucial variable in helping you achieve what you want. Okay, great. That's also one. So this is a benefit, right? So Selena go from a problem thing. Lisa go from the benefit. Time is one of the most crucial variable in helping you achieve what you want. So you may see that they need time. Okay. So any others? Okay, good enough already. I use these two. You all have any other good one, you all tell me. Okay, so very good exercise. You all know what people are saying, and then now you all know what you will say. Now I need you all to think of a question to actually let the person say this sentence out themselves. Means I want the person to say, it will be very late for me if I don't plan now. What kind of question can I ask so that the person will say this sentence? It will be very late for me if if I don't start planning now, it will be too late. Do you think it will be better to plan now or near the retirement age? Try not to ask a question that is a yes, no, or an A, B. I mean, do you think it will be better to plan now or near? Option A, option B. Can but you may have a risk that the person choose the B. He tell you, oh yeah, I think it's better to plan to near retirement age. Then you jam. I want the person to say this to be very late for you if you don't plan now. Okay, I help, okay? How I will do it is the first question when I start before I even do a 10 minutes review is I will ask the person, Selena, do you know why most people fail when it comes to financial planning? Do you know why people fail when it comes to financial planning? Why people fail in managing their finances? Okay, if you are talking about retirement, Amelia, do you know why 80-90% of the people fail when it comes to retirement planning? Is that a good question? Yeah. Then I meet the person talk lor. The person will say, oh, the reason why people fail when it comes to retirement planning is that they take it for granted lah. They never plan in advance, they never plan too early. Yeah. Then you can add on. Okay, I'll add on my anchor, right? I'll tell person because many people then I go back there. Some of you are actually mentioned, right? Some people are not ready to face reality. Some people are afraid of planning. Some people think that they have a lot of time, they can wait. Okay, all these things that you say is your own assumption of what you think the person will be. So if the person is someone who is very young, right? Then my sentence would be, is because you think that there's still a lot of people think that there's still a lot of time when they are very young. And then when they are older, when they try to plan, they don't have time. That's why they fail. Then for people that I meet that is someone at the age of 50 already, when I ask this question, do you know why people fail when it comes to financial planning? Okay, then maybe the person will say whatever they say lah. Then I will tell them. Actually, this one is a bit funny lah, because why is it that the person you don't have time already, shouldn't it be more urgent? Okay, too late already, don't need to do anything. Oh my god. Okay, so I'll probably tell the person lah, like for him, it's never too late to start lah. Okay, in that case, even if it's at 50, starting now is better than not starting at all lah. Okay. Okay, so I settled the 10 minutes already. Okay, so can you see how I come up with the question? So then the second part that one of you wanted to bring out is Lisa said time is one of the most crucial variable, right? Okay, then the question that I will ask the person is, Mr. Prospect, when it comes to financial planning, what do you think is the most important element to ensure a successful financial planning? Okay, this one the answer can go anywhere lah, they can say anything they want. But Lisa already have the answer, ma? So the person say, oh, need to have a lot of money, need to have a lot of blah, 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 anything. You can correct them, you can tell them, you are right. But there's one more thing that's very important that you need to be aware is time. Yeah, time is the most important element when it comes to financial planning. Most people sit on it and wait for things to happen before they start worrying that, oh, yeah, actually, I'm not prepared. Okay? So then, once you identify this question, right, this question will be in your sales process. It will be something that every single appointment you go to, you ask this question. And how I normally implement this kind of thing, right? I need all of you to try it out. Write this in your notes somewhere lah. Okay, so usually last time when I first started, I have actually this booklet that I have that I always update what are the things I want to add into my process. So once I add already, before my meeting, I will open that book and I will read before I attend the meeting. Yeah, so if you want to enforce and put something into your sales process, a question like this, you write it down. Then every appointment before that you read and then you use it. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, right? But after 5 times, it becomes part of the script. You don't have to remember, you just be part of the process. Okay? Or it can be in your PowerPoint, if you are a PowerPoint guy. Okay, good. Now I go to 40 minutes. 40 minutes, what is our objective? Objective of the 40 minutes is to make sure the person come back for the product, right? So what is the question that you need to ask? What is the biggest objection that we are afraid of? People after 40 minutes, they don't want to come down. Can you all type in a group chat now? Why? Why is it that people after 40 minutes don't want to come down? They know already their financial planning. Oh, what you're trying to say is that after they know everything, then they don't want to take action. Oh, allow hey, product buy from others.
Yeah, it means they know already the plan. Oh, okay, my money is enough until here. Then I need protection this amount. Then okay, thank you. That's enough already. At least I have a glance info where I am in the future, like that.
Okay.
Like free assessment with me.
Yeah, lah. I mean that is one of the potential risks they run through. People doing everything, then they don't take action. But of course, okay, that is not something that a questioning can apply one. How I usually do it, I think I remember I said during the closing part, right? Is we want to show them part solution, meaning we must show them something that make them very excited. Yeah, that they want to come down. So for example, if I'm going to sell insurance, right, I will try to show them the stop this first. Okay, let's say for example today I want to sell insurance. I want to show them something that is very cheap or whatever, just a glimpse only lah. Or share with them certain things that they know that working with me is better than going to other agents. If your company product got one USP that nobody else have one, talk on that. Okay, if I'm doing investment, I will show them a fund with super returns. Okay, just to make them see, wow, you mean can hit 30%? I say, okay, the next session I will tell you more. Bye-bye, right? So these are things to entice them to come down for the solution part. Okay, that's what I always do lah. Okay, so at least they know. Okay, but coming to questioning part, right? What I would do usually is that I will tell the person this. I'll ask the person, now that you have come to the last part already, we have agreed on this budget that you want to set aside for retirement, right? What do you think is the biggest obstacle now? The objection handler I want them to say is to take action. Right? Because majority of people is NATO, no action, talk only. And that's why people fail. So I want them to know that. So I want to tell them, I think you have to give your pat on your shoulder that we have come to this point where we have decided that you want to set aside 1,000 a month to help you to achieve your retirement. But do you know what is the biggest problem that you face now? That is an important question. Okay. Then I will address. So again, when I share with your questioning, I hope that every question I ask, the person can give me the answer I want, of course. But sometimes the client may not get it. They will like, I don't know what you mean. Then I can give the answer, which is okay. Yeah, which is okay. Because when it's easy. Okay, so sometimes when the thing here is that if you say a statement without a question, people may not pay attention to your statement. You ask a question, then the person don't know, then you give a statement, then people will understand what you mean. Because they didn't know the answer in the first place. So I always ask them, what do you think is the biggest obstacle when it comes to, now that you already done all these 1,000 a month, it seems that everything is so easy, right? But do you know what is the biggest obstacle on why a lot of people still cannot achieve retirement? Do you know what is the next step that is going to stop you from achieving your goal? Yeah. Let's say they decide to set aside 1,000 for their retirement. Then, well, that's a very good plan. From chart, everything looks good. So, Lisa, do you know what is the next obstacle you will face in order that will stop you from achieving your retirement?
Commitment, inconsistent.
Fantastic. Yeah. So imagine your client can tell you this. Isn't it fantastic?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I say this one right already, can already. You know what you're trying to say. And actually you'll be surprised. A lot of
Mm.
people are reasonable and decent human being that will give you decent answer one. I mean, all of you here are human also, right? All of you here also know financial planning important, right? All of you here know exercise important, right? How many of us exercise? Okay, so we come back to the same point, right? So it's easy. We know we say, oh yeah, I need to be healthy, need to exercise. But you don't do it lah, no commitment. So same financial planning, we all know we need to save. How many of us do it? And every friend or honest or some of you here, how many of you think that you're already saving enough for retirement? Put a hand. How many of you want to earn enough for retirement? What is stopping us from our goal? Never work hard enough. Agree?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we never work hard enough. So then you know. So you all know what is the right thing. So that's why it's the same thing your client know one. They know. So then you ask them question to meet them, commit and pay out themselves. Then you tell them, Lisa, you are right. Commitment is the biggest issue. Yeah, because I would say 7 out of 10 of the people I meet at this point, when we are talking at this point, will tell me, yes, I want to do it. But 70% will back out the next meeting. Only 30% actually do it. So, Lisa, do you want to be the 30% or the 70%?
The 30.
So we need to make a commitment. Although we have not signed anything on the paper now, I want you to be committed that you will actually get down to doing it.
What if they ask? Actually, the next session, what you want to tell me, right? What actually you want to tell me? In this session, I think we have talked on everything already, right? Is that about the product that you want to sell?
The next session is about the options that you can do, the execution of what you can do towards achieving the goal. The important thing here, right, Lisa, is not about the product, it's about the execution.
But I know already. We done already, right? Everything. How much that I need to increase for my protection, then for my investment, then how much what should set aside for those things. I know already. Yeah.
So the next,
Else,
the next session is to show you what is the best strategy to execute all these things. How can you get the insurance with the best value for money? How can you do the investment with the best investment strategy? How can you work towards all these goals to execution of?
Okay. Thank you so much, Ryan.
So that's why, very good question that Lisa bring up, right? Why people ask you, hey, next session talk about product. Bring them away from product. Tell them, no, it's not product, it's execution, right? It's your goal, right? I always tell my client this, when they ask me, right? I tell them, actually, product not important. It's always execution and the strategy. Yeah, I'm going to share with you how I do it for my other clients. And you see whether it makes sense for you, lah. Yeah, I mean, if whatever I share with you, my investment strategy, after I share, you don't think it is helpful for you, then what for continue? We can stop there. But at least you must listen to how I do it. And why is it that majority of my clients are able to benefit from how I help them invest?
I mean, just a bit of sharing. I don't know if it would be helpful or not, but for us, what we do is we always have an agenda at the starting and also like a wrap up at the end, what is to expect in the next appointment. So that because people are, at least 80 to 90% people are very visualized people, right? So they want to see. So that's what we do. We put in our PPT that, okay, so after today's goals mapper session, what to expect for the next session. So maybe put into a point form, like what Ryan mentioned just now, those points, some recommendations or solutions, but you put into point form so that people will know what to expect for the next appointment.
Thanks for sharing. Yeah, I think that's a very good one. Okay, I'm going to continue because this is still okay. I think we can push on before we go for a break. Okay, so we have a question. I think this to be Gibson, right? How can you share how Is it possible to share the whole solutioning flow, the slides and the direction, like how to start, where to end, what to continue, and how to end? Okay, this is very good. Okay, how to create sense of urgency to existing client to buy CI insurance for a teenager. So, wow, this one is super specific. Okay, I try to handle. Okay, promised land, again, I think it's different. At 40 minutes, if you tell those not very committed, to imagine yourself saving, are you okay with it? Wouldn't this stop the client to even continue to, okay, I will handle this first. Very good question. So what Gibson here is saying that I go and challenge the person. Do you think you can say, imagine yourself saving this 1K, everything. Do you think you're okay? Everything. Then what if the person don't want, right? Yeah. So you have a point here. That's why I suggested always the half solution part. Yeah. So half solution part also comes with a solution agreement. If I remember what is solution agreement? Solution agreement. Yeah, solution agreement is after the fact finding, the person give me 1K already. I'll ask them the 1K what they want. The what they want, right? I want to ask question until the person feel that, wow, got this kind of product, man. Okay, wow, so good. Then I say next time we share. Yeah. For example, now, okay, so listen, now you have set aside 1,000 a month for the investment towards your retirement. Okay, so I want to check with you a few things. So for this 1,000 a month that you're investing aside, right? What kind of returns are you looking at in order to make sure that it's worthwhile? Okay, I ask the person. Okay, then the person say, oh, I don't know. You tell me, maybe 5%, 3%. The person say 20. I say, you are looking for a scam. Okay, it can't be 20, right? Okay, so now I explain to the person, you know, high return. Everyone want high return, short term, liquid, guaranteed. If anyone tell you these four things, right, you should call the hotline to report scam because it's not going to happen. Yeah, it will not happen that way. Okay, anything needs time. You want high returns, you need time. Okay, you may not have the liquidity. So anyway, Gibson, I want to share with you what kind of returns you're looking at. Let's say 4 to 8%. Okay, fine, 4 to 8%. Do you need this investment to be able to help you achieve maybe some of the medium-term goal? Do you want it to be liquid? Okay, then you say yes. Do you want it to be something that is flexible? So as let's say you want to stop payment, you can if you need to. Okay, yes. Do you want a plan that in the event something happened to you, the plan will continue to invest by itself? Yes. Right? Okay, so do you in this investment, right? What kind of okay, what is the purpose for? When is it for and so on? Okay. Then for me, I'll ask, do you want a normal retail fund or accredited investor fund? So actually, you are saying all those things that you want in terms of the investment and everything. Okay. So
Ryan, can I add on this question, because these are the things that you have taught us. Okay. This solutioning agreement. Now, where you ask questions are flexible or not flexible, this and that. All right. Now, I think for these questions, right, are helping you. But if we ask this question, we can't sell insurance. We can't sell savings plan. This, your answer is leading them to you. But if we ask the same question, right, it's not leading to our outcome, the outcome that we want. Because we talk about flexibility, we talk about returns. These are all that we will die here. We cannot. These are.
So savings, right? Savings then. Okay, so savings. The question I'll ask is: do you want if today you can invest your money, and in the event the market do very well, you make money. But if the market crash, you're guaranteed. Would that be something that you want?
No. Okay.
That's endowment. Do you want to have a guarantee on your money that you invest so that no matter what happens, you still have that? Okay, then you'll be also question like, in the event something happened to you, say if you lose your job, this plan will actually continue to save for you, even if you're not saving. Yeah. So these are things that you all can talk about. Yeah. So then liquidity, flexibility, don't talk already, no? Yeah. Right. So
that
you only
for investment, right?
Yeah, correct. So if you're studying ILP, then you go there. If you're studying savings plan, then you go there. Okay, but here's the thing, right? Because we are afraid that after we talk so much, then they haven't understood what the plan is. That's why they don't want to meet you for next time, right? So what I would actually do is to try to frame them to have some glimpse of what's going to happen on the next session. Okay? So you have to, if you think that you have a concept that you can share, they will let them have a shift of their mindset towards wanting to do it with you. You have to share it during the meeting. But just don't share 100%, half solution. You know what I mean? Half solution. So it's like I give you the idea of, for example, I draw a line. Let's say you're talking about guarantee, right? Non-guarantee, right? Um, hmm. Okay, let me try something. Can you all see? For example, Gibson, see?
Yes.
Yeah, no color, is it? Ah, okay. For example, okay, I get it already. Wait, Okay, so for example, I draw a line like that. Then I tell the person this is an investment. Okay? Then I tell a person so today, right, listen, when it comes to investing, right, what is the biggest problem that everyone of you face? Is that the money could actually go down, right? So at the time when you retire, you lose your money. If if today you have an investment that can make sure that whenever the investment is making money, you get the return. But when the investment crash, you still get it. Will such a investment often be good for you? Okay, so this is something that I do for my client. We help you guarantee your investment. What are we talking about here? Listen, what are we talking about here?
Talking about risk, the risk that they cannot take.
Yeah. But more importantly, is savings plan, right? Because only savings plan got guarantee, right? And why? Because guarantee, there's always savings plan, there's a non-guarantee and guarantee, right? Yeah, so this one is guarantee, then you make money, then you drop, then lose money. You will still get the minimum. If I have such an investment option, do you think that will be something that is good for you? Okay, next thing. Today, as you are saving for our retirement, you put in money, yeah, every single month, right? So when you are saving money towards your retirement, in order to get the amount of money that you want at the back, right? Wow, how come become like that? Okay, so uh, this is how much money you get at the end, right? Okay, I ask the person, this is how much money you want to get at the end. Like, what if something happened to you and you're not able to continue paying? And yet, this money is going to stay there for you. Do you think this is something that's important for you?
Yes.
So there are a few things. Number one, okay, so I will start typing down now. Okay, so I mean, you use this any tool, okay? Capital guarantee. Two, retirement guarantee. Number three, uh, can't help me. Anyone got anything? Time guarantee. I promise you three guarantee. I just randomly come up with a script. Okay, so you all can see it as a time guarantee. Why? When the time you need the money, it will definitely be there. Have I sold a plan yet? Haven't, right? I given some concept. Yeah. Okay. Then on the next meeting, let's meet up. I will share more with you how this actually works. Okay. Okay, because now you're selling endowment, right? If you are selling investment, then of course you have to come up with another script somewhere that you can tell. But I always say half solution, not full. Don't show everything yet. On the next meeting, then you show more things. Yeah. Okay. Then Choba, if you all feel that it's important for you all to actually close the case on the spot on the 40 minutes, I won't stop you one. You all can do that. There are people who do that one. Okay. It's just that to me, you make a person feel a little bit like it's very silly lah. Like you never have a time to go back and prepare something for them. So normally, even I already know, actually, it's like that. I already know what I want to sell already. The moment I go 20 minutes into a meeting, I already know what I want to sell, right? Then it's just, I just need to tell them that I'll meet you again to show you after I go back and find the best solution for you. What is suitable for you. Then I'll ask a lot of questions. So all the solution agreement is like asking them, do you want comfortable? Do you want sports car, sports stream? You want 2-door, 3-door, 4-door? You want a car that can fly or what? You ask all these things. Then the person tell you already, I say, okay, I find something for you. Yeah, then you can actually share some concept that make the person realize, oh, actually quite a good idea how to come. So I just did this. How do you do a solution agreement without scaring the clients away, right? So you don't want to tell too much about a product. You only give a glimpse of what you're going to talk about in the next meeting. Okay, next. I handled the easy one, because this one is quite heavy. Okay, how do you create sense of urgency for people to buy PI insurance for their children? Okay, so I think there are many ways. Okay, so depending on how you want to do it. So what we are thinking about here is you talk about PI insurance, then the person give our question, right? Like, I think I wait until my kids go older, then I buy for them. Correct? Who asked the question? Lisa. Right, is that the issue?
Normally, CI for the to protect economic life value, right, Ryan? For the time being, the teenager children doesn't have economic value, but I want to sell it because the parents already bought from me. Now it's time to sell to the teenagers. How to? She said, wait. So I want to you buy now, but how to say it? How to create that kind of sense of urgency?
Okay. So going back, the closing part, right? There's only two ways that I share during the producer formula. One is question and the other is story. So I think I will always start with the question first because today I want to talk to them about their children insurance, right? So I want to start asking the question. So the objective here is that I'm afraid they will tell me I don't need to buy insurance for my kids because you don't earn an income yet. Right? So I'll ask the question. Lisa, do you know why people are buying insurance for their kids, even though they do not earn an income? Yeah, so you say don't know,
No,
right?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay. So that's very important.
Mm.
Okay, the reason why people are buying insurance for their kids, right, is because at this stage of the kid's life, they are very healthy. They do not have any they do not have any condition. So if you get a CI insurance for them at this stage of their life, it's going to be, firstly, you can get it because they're healthy. Secondly, you probably save half the money. Yeah, it costs half the cost of buying a CI insurance versus that of buying for themselves. Mm. That's why it's extremely important to get it. So maybe I can share with you more about how we can get a CI cover for your kids. Yeah, of course I wait for objection. So one of my favorite objection, which I really want them wait for them to tell me, I can, of course I can also do that beforehand, but I want to wait for them to tell me because I want to use my story, right? Because I think my story is very effective. So the common thing they will tell me is that, but my kids don't earn money, ma. So why do we need to buy insurance for them, right? Storytelling, remember, we always start with empathize with them first, that you understand and you used to be like them. So I tell them, Lisa, actually, I understand what you mean. And in the past, I used to think like you. Yeah. Until something happened that completely changed my perspective. Share a story. If you have a story of people you know who their kids got medical condition, share it. Okay. Personal one, even better. For example, you have a client that you wanted to propose insurance for the kids, but they didn't want to take up. Then subsequently you find out that the kid has something. Then you regret so much that you never put all the way. Okay? Or it can be, I used to think that kids don't have. The one that I always use for myself, my own story is, I tell the client, in the past I used to think that there's no need for kids to have any life insurance or critical illness because they are not earning an income. Until I become a father myself, right? Then I ask myself this question now. If something would happen to my kids, if they're down with a critical illness, right? I think I will drop everything that I do and spend all the time I have with them. And I realized that that is a huge income loss. So if given a choice, right, if something were to happen, will you want to spend time with them or will you still worry about earning an income to cover your expenses? Which one will you prefer? Is that okay?
Yeah, Ryan, the problem is the parents quite wealthy. Even he doesn't work, just to, let's say, just in case that happened to his teenagers, right? They can survive one. That's not appropriate storytelling, right? That I can use.
Okay, so you need to tell me, you need to define how wealthy and only you know lah. Because
Uh,
for me, people I share this story with are also very high income earner lah. They are lawyers and so on. So I think they're also quite wealthy. But still being rich doesn't mean you are willing to don't work and stop earning money lah. I guess at the end of the day is that the income loss that you have is still something that you want to replace. But if the person you're telling me is a high net worth, really millions of money in the bank, then really insurance may not be a top priority to them, right? Then I will use the other story in the angle that to make sure that your kids can be covered because it's for life. To you, your life shorter lah. Your kids young, so their life longer. So if something happens to them, they have to live with whatever CI condition they have for the rest of their life. I mean, find a nicer way to phrase it. I think the way I phrase it is very nasty. But you get what I mean? to tell them why they need to actually have that part. Because their life, the kid's life is young. So something happens, they need to bear, they need to live with it for the rest of their life. Do you think that will help? Find a story that is like that. Yeah.
Okay. Noted. Okay. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you.
So I one colleague in company is the daughter is only 4 years old when he discovered got diabetic type 2. Or is it type 1? Hereditary is type 1 or type 2?
I think type 1 if hereditary for diabetes.
Yeah, type 1 diabetic.
Type 2 is acquired.
So his is type 1. So hers is type 1. So it's very, very devastating because at the age of 5 years old, the girl have to start injecting you. Fortunate for them, they bought all their insurance because the parents are insurance agents. I can't imagine if they are not. Then it'll be a problem. Okay?
Okay, Ryan. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Finally, to promised land. Okay. The whole flow of solutioning, right? I think I shared before last time during the first year coaching, but it's okay. I mean, that's the whole point. Right? We need to talk about it again. And I think it's a very good thing for people who never attend the past one. So, for me, right, I will always start with a problem. That is extremely important to me. I will start with a problem first on how the person, on what the problem that we are trying to solve with. Then I will go with a strategy before I talk about the solution. So this is how the PowerPoint slide that I feel it should be designed. You always start with talking to the person about what are the problems that people will face. So if it's insurance, I need to paint to them what is the problem that insurance are trying to solve. Okay, so I mean, you all may have your own style and own story and own things that you all have done. For me, it's a golden goose, right? So I ask the person, today if your house caught fire and there are 3 things inside the house, the golden goose, a briefcase of money, and golden eggs. Which one will you say first? You all heard of that before? Never.
You're still using that. You're still using that flow.
Yeah, I'm still using that. If your house caught fire, there's a golden goose, there's cash, and there's golden eggs. Which one will you say? Yeah. Then they all say golden goose. So I say, yeah, you're right. So today, the most important thing is never cash, it's never eggs, it's never house, it's never anything. But the most important person to save is always a golden goose, which is the person that you are. Yeah. Then I will share my PowerPoint slides. I will share. Today, when you're earning an income, you have an expense, you are left with savings. Okay? If you have, if you lose your job, you got no income, you need to have an expense, what will happen? You will spend your savings, right? And that's why we need emergency fund. But today, if you have no income and expense and higher expense go up, what will happen? You end up with debt. Yeah. So how can we overcome the problem of running into debt if your expense go up and your income stops? That is the biggest problem that we face. So what kind of problem is that? Is when you fall sick. Yeah. So the reason why we need insurance, right, is actually to prevent you from running into debt or prevent your family to run into debt because of you. Yeah. But right, Gibson, do you agree with me? This one can be done in PowerPoint or verbally. Okay. So I think PowerPoint is good because it's very visual. People can focus on you if you are doing Zoom. Then I would say, so Gibson, today, right, if you know that insurance is important, what do you think you want to achieve when it comes to insurance planning?
Come again. If today, what is important?
Today, you know that insurance planning is important. What, in your opinion, what do you think is your main objective to when it comes to insurance planning? What's the best case for insurance planning? What you want? Maybe I
To
give you
spend your own money.
okay. Yes, you don't have to spend your money. So today, if I were to help you to plan for insurance, right, would you want to pay a lot of money for insurance, or you want to pay as little money as possible?
As little as possible.
So that is how I will help you to plan. And the strategy that I can help you to plan will help you to spend as little money as possible. Okay, so maybe I can share with you how it works. Then I talk about the strategy. So depending on what you do, which camp you are. If you are the term camp, you talk about term lah, but Malaysia, Indonesia, term not exciting, right? So it's whole life, right? Or ILP, right? Then you talk about paying money and getting back all your money at the end of 20 years. Yeah, that will mean that technically your insurance is free. Correct? If you all can do some packaging, like two products put together, even better. Okay, for example, you put a whole life plan together with an endowment plan and put it into a plan and show the person that actually you get back even more money, although you have a whole life plan. You get back all the money you pay for the whole life plan and you have insurance cover for life. That's even better. I'm sure you all have some products. I think Indonesia got very exciting products, if I'm not wrong. I heard from Fuzzy. So then, I think the idea of strategy to me is about, it's not product lah. It must be something unique that you can come up with, and that's the thing that I can help the lead because I don't have the product knowledge that you all have in your own country and so on. So how you all can think about is maybe packaging, for example, putting a whole life plan with an accidental plan, with a medical plan, with a savings plan, and then all together become a strategy. And then you just present the strategy and you don't know what the hell is inside. Yeah, but the thing is, look already like, wow, this is a mega solution. It's a strategy that is so impressive. Then I will go to what kind of solution I'm talking about. So solution is always the last, but the strategy must come first. Okay, so conditioning the problem is very important to get the person to know that there's a problem before I move on to talk about what kind of strategy, then followed by the solution. This will be the format. Any question?
Can we see your PowerPoint normally how you do this, Ryan?
Yeah. But it's not relevant to wherever you are, but I can do something. Yeah, I talk about ILP. So I tell a person, today your house can fire, what you will save? Handle it. Okay, then I go on to tell them income expenses when you're healthy. I go fast because I already say already. When you lose your job, this is what happened. When you're sick, this is what happened. So how can you overcome the debts? And I tell them that's where insurance comes in. Okay, I show them the bill in Singapore. I show them how much someone spent $1 million on medical bill in Singapore. I show them what is medical claim, what is CI claim. Okay, I'll show them this thing. My strategy already, okay? Basic, need to have this. There are two problems that people face. You earn income, you know income. So when you are young, you need to worry about this. And when you're old, you are worried about this. So I always tell my client, today there are two risks. Either you die too young or you live too long. Then I will jokingly ask the client, Lisa, do you know what is the best case scenario?
Best case scenario
Yeah, you don't have to face any of these two risks.
Mm.
That you don't have to worry about anything.
Never be born?
Oh my god, this is the first time I heard this. That's a good answer. Well, that's so
Correct or not?
that's a good one. Okay, but mine is not like that lah. Okay, never be born. Oh my god, that is a classic. Okay, no, not that. I'll tell the client. Okay, the only way you can not have any risk is the moment you retire, you die. Okay, but that's a very sad life. That means you spend your whole life working and then after that die. Doesn't make sense, right? Because if you nothing happened to you when you're young, you don't need. So you know what? Sometimes I jokingly tell my client, so actually it's it's very interesting. People tell me this. When I ask them buy insurance, they say they won't die so young. I ask them do retirement planning, they tell me they won't live so long. I'm very, very curious. Do they expect that the moment they retire, they die? If not, you can't tell me both the answer like that, right? You won't die too young, you won't live too long. But the fact is, it cannot happen like that. Something has to go wrong, right? Unless every one of us is really so soon, 60, retire, we die. It doesn't happen that way. Okay, then of course I talk about all these things. Okay, so again, these are all the ways I do my presentation. Then now I'm talking about strategy really. I'll tell them these are three kind of plan. Then I'll tell which one is the best. Okay, then they start, they don't know what is it, right? I tell them the best plan is here. But if you can get high cover, high returns, then ask them, do you think any insurance company will be so stupid to come up with this kind of product? You say no lah. I say, okay, let me tell you how to come up with this kind of product. Okay, so then that's where I talk about this one is my script. So you need to have high level of responsibility when you are young, and then high level of liquidity when you are old. You have to follow the way I do it. Invest your money and then have an insurance cover. This is ILP. But once you reach retirement, what I need you to do is, I need you to, very complicated. Go back here first.
Don't go so fast, Ryan. I need to.
Wait, because I think, okay, this is what I want to show. Because I think the rest is not important. This is the more important one. I tell the person, when I recommend you an ILP, right, what I will do is that when you reach retirement, I will reduce your insurance cover. So when you retire that time, you have more money, your insurance cover is lower. You only get high cover when you are young. Do you all do this for your client? ILP? Have you all thought about that? Because ILP people are all thinking about the problem that during retirement, the cost is very high, right? But during retirement, I can reduce the sum assured to become 10,000. Then my investment will grow for me for my retirement. So this is how I sell my ILP if I want to sell ILP. So so if I just tell you all like that, right? All of you here, you are all experienced agent and whatever, right? To me, this is a strategy that only Ryan Yo came up with. You all know what I mean? So if you come up with something like that, this is how you make yourself special. That only you will tell people that after retirement, reduce your sum assured. That ILP is the best plan. Are you all getting me? Yeah. So this is how I say lah. So at the end, you got high cover, it's flexible, you got high returns, you got the best of everything. But not many people know about this. Yeah. So when you impress the person with your strategy, the person will say, oh yeah, actually quite true. I actually got a lot of strategy. This is just one of the strategy that I do. I got the buy term, invest the rest. I got a life cycle strategy. I got things like basically investment strategy. I have something also. You all just need to come up with something that people never thought of and tell that to the person and make them see that you are the only one that is doing this. Then you win the person to want to do business with you rather than someone else. Can? So, in the interest of time, I'm going to stop here so we can go on to the next one. So that's how an example of how I use problem strategy solution. Okay? Okay, next. Oh, let's take a break. 2:37 already. So we take a break until 2:45. The last 15 minutes, we talk about insurance review.
Okay, thank you.
We have that at the end, you can reduce, right? That's one example. Lor. So I think the concept of insurance strategy could be something that you want to address at a 40 minutes before you meet the person for the solutioning. By maybe sharing with the person how you help your clients plan for insurance that's different from anybody else out there. So that is the hard solution that you want to share or the strategy that you want to share. So you need to tell me, okay, what is the product that you recommend? What kind of product do you recommend to your client for insurance?
Sorry,
What kind of insurance product do you sell?
critical illness.
What is so different about the product that you sell that other people don't have?
Actually, more or less, Ryan. That's why it's hard to find the unique selling point, the USP of this product. But even compared to other company, right? Their premium cheaper. So it's really challenging to find the USP.
Any feature of a product that is
Maybe only the policy clause, which is prudential, is what is most flexible to claim. I mean the requirements to claim the critical illness is easier for a certain condition, like heart attack, like that. The criteria, the requirements easier other than company. Can I take it? Can I bring it out?
Yes.
Or if yes, how then? Because if the USP from the premium is not competitive anymore, cannot beat the competitors.
Yeah, so that can be a point that you want to bring up during the 40 minutes. So
How
during
to bring it out?
So during the 40 minutes towards the end, before you meet the person for the next solutioning meeting, right, I will tell the person, what do you think is the most important criteria when it comes to buying critical insurance? So let them tell you whatever thing, then you actually tell them the most important thing when it comes to buying critical illness plan, right, is the ease of claim. Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay, so when you buy critical illness, if you can't claim, then it defeats the purpose of you trying to do, for you to buy the plan in the first place. Then I will screenshot competitor and potential all the definition that are different, put it into a PowerPoint and show them all the different definition and how potential is easier to claim compared to other companies.
This one I do not in so detail, right? Because this one only like teaser only, right? So he will interested to go through the solution presentation, right?
Correct.
Correct.
So you just show them a few.
All right.
Okay. Show them a few, and then after you tell them, anyway, today our objective is not to talk about the solution yet. On the next meeting, I will give you a full presentation of how the solution works. However, these are things that you need to be aware that why comparing potential to other company, the definition is easier to claim. You show them the proof so that they know, hey, actually, this is good. On the next time, then you find out more.
Okay. Thank you, Ryan. Other than that, anything else that I can bring out as the
I think the part that I will also want to address to the person that maybe when you buy insurance, what is the mindset you have? Insurance is always the hardest thing to buy. Then I will ask them, do you know why it's so hard to buy insurance? I want to address all this. So the person will probably not know what I mean. Then I'll tell them the reason why insurance is the hardest thing to buy is because it's the only thing in this world that you buy and you never wish to have to use.
Come again? Is
Insurance is the only product in the world that you buy hoping that you don't use.
mm-hmm.
It's a very abnormal thing. Will you actually buy a handbag, an LV handbag, but you decided that you are going to keep the handbag in the cupboard for the rest of your life? Will you actually buy a laptop, bring back home, put the laptop in the drawer, and never want to use it ever in your life? Do you think anyone with the right mind will do that?
No.
It's in fact, quite stupid to do that. If you don't want to use it, you won't buy it.
Mm.
That's why it is against human nature to buy insurance. Because insurance is something we buy really, we keep in a drawer, and we hope that we will never get to see ever again in our life. Do you agree?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So that's why if you feel hard for you to buy insurance, I want to assure you that is extremely normal. But now I want to ask you, if something really were to happen, would you hope that you have the piece of paper?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's why it's still extremely important to make sure that you have insurance. Amelia, yes?
Yes, Ryan. So after the GM session, before we go to the next session for the product presentation, is it okay to narrow down would you because for, let's say, critical illness in Indonesia, we have ILP, we have endowment, we have term. Like, should we narrow it down whether they prefer they got the guaranteed money at the back, or should we just come out with the solution that we think is the best for them, based on their financial info?
I think I will let the person choose. Yeah,
So I should come up with all the question that narrow down to whether they want ILP, endowment, or term.
Yes. However, my questions that I design has a bias towards how I lead the person towards what I want to recommend. So I know that I want to sell. Okay, so every country is okay, and I can assure you, right, I can sell anything I want. If my objective of the meeting, I want to sell whole life insurance, the question I ask will make the person choose that is whole life plan. If I want to sell term, the question I ask will make the person decide that you want to buy term. Yeah, it's up to me actually. Remember I shared with you all this? Questions are so powerful because the person who has the control is the person asking the question, not the person answering. If you design your question correctly. Yeah. So if I want someone to buy term, I ask them, do you want a plan that you pay the least amount of money and get the highest cover, or you want to buy a plan that's very expensive and when something happens, it can't really help you? Which one will you prefer? Yeah. If I want to sell the other way, I want to sell whole life, I'll ask the person, do you want a plan that you pay and pay and pay for the rest of your life? At the end, you don't get back a single cent. Or you rather want a plan that you pay and you get back every single cent? Is there a comment? Yeah. So your question is extremely important based on what you want to sell.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, so I wouldn't have time really because it's really 2:57. The question from Lisa, right, I will throw it to the next coaching camp, how to do a impactful policy review. But I think whatever I shared just now, I think is to be helpful in terms of how the script that I've given you all to engage your customer in terms of why buying insurance is important. So I think Lisa asked a very, very good question. The one that say insurance, how do we handle, right? The hard solution, how do we do, right? Yeah, then these are things that I do during the appointment to tell them. So you see, the thing here is always the question that we ask must lead the person to think about the next meeting, why they need to come down to the next meeting. And using questioning is always the best way to ensure that they understand why they need to do it. Any last question based on whatever we have said so far for today? Okay, so last thing before we go, I need I need all of you to help for the producer formula, the online masterclass. Okay, so I think if you're in the TPF channel, I think you're already aware. So one thing that I thought that I'm not sure how many of you read carefully. So if you actually refer someone to join the producer formula, you actually get to attend the producer formula for free. So this is something additional that we are doing. Yeah, Gibson say he really refer someone, so he'll get to attend for free. And the reason why we are doing this is we really want, because we know that Zoom, sometimes if we zone out and everything, so if you keep coming back and coming back, then you get better and better as well. And yeah, at the same time, I'm also trying to deepen the topic also lah. So I also hope that the next session when I go through whatever I create for the Zoom, will have more content than the previous one. Yeah, so I always add on things as well. That's something that I wanted to do. Yeah, then but you see the thing here is it's the same for your getting referral, right? I can say 10 sentences, but nothing beats you all say one sentence, right? So you are the best people to really talk to your people around you and ask them to go. Inside the TPF Telegram chat, right? I also post in the preview already. So I think the preview is something that you all can send to your friends. Then you can tell them that this is a very good session that you all can go. And if you all go, I will join you all to go together. You don't have to tell them you get it for free lah, or you just say you go, I go with you. Or I go, you all come with me, kind of thing. But you need to pay 250 lah. Then actually for you is free. Can? Okay, thank you so much. Anything, just reach out to Jessie or Elaine about it. Oh, so sorry. So we draw a line now. Malaysia one, you all go to Jessie. Indonesia one, you all go to Elaine. Okay? Okay, I see y'all. Bye bye.
Okay, Ryan.
Thank you, Ryan.
Recording
Bye.
start.
Bye.
Bye.